Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thunder League. My name is Marcus Boom, and I'm joined by the lovely Orange Doom. Now, Orange, can you tell us what we are going to see today?
Today we're going to see the I'm going to say the last remaining matches because we're reaching the end of the group stage. Only 3 more days, if I'm not mistaken, or if my math skills are still there. First match today between GOF and Think. GOF yesterday with incredible performance against Arcade, basically just mopped the floor with them. Chose Eastern Europe, won twice. Arcade just couldn't do anything. Then we're going to see Dynamite versus Dislike, two very balanced teams, to be honest. And last but not least, Cube versus Akai Victory, which might be interesting because Akai Victory, even though they've played 8 matches and lost 8 times, actually have the ability to take this match, win it, and eliminate Cube with them. So it will be up to Akai Victory whether Cube progresses or not.
Indeed, Cube has to win these games if they want to stay in the playoffs, because whilst we have 10 teams right now competing for their place in playoffs, only top 8 teams are actually going to get into the playoffs, which means Akai Victory sadly is already out. They have no chance. They would need to win 3 matches in a row, and they only have 1 more match coming up, which is this one against Cube. So they're automatically out. But it's still a head-to-head battle between Poltergeist and Cube. Depending on today and of the next couple of matches, if Poltergeist loses and Cube wins, Cube is going to get into the playoffs. And if the other thing happens around, then Poltergeist is going into the playoffs and Cube is out. Now, whilst we wait for this match to load in, let me update you guys on something awesome. We have reached the $30,000 prize pool, which means we are all getting, well, not all of us. Every dog tag owner is going to get access to the free-for-all deathmatch game mode, and I'm personally very excited for that. Now, Orange, I've heard your last couple of vlogs, and you're always complaining about Chase the YouTuber. This is the game mode for you.
That and bat teams and team killing and ramming and no more of that because you don't have a team. You are it.
Indeed, you are your own team, so if you go on Reddit complaining that these teams don't know how to play and you think you're better, then go ahead, show us that you are the best. Now, whilst we are loading in, what map is that? Oh, we are on Eastern Europe, am I not mistaken? Oh yeah, Eastern Europe, the classic map. What we see a lot of. Eastern Europe is a very linear map. You have 2 sides, 2 flanks, so to say. You have the main city, which in which all of the flags are. You have the other side of the river, which is very, very important to hold if you want to get some flanking fire on to that sea flag. And I guess you could say the southern side where the forest is. You can also do something there, but you expose yourself.
Oh, we got a restart.
It seems indeed like we have a restart.
Yeah, but actually, whilst we're waiting, here's the thing. I'm a member of Think, so I try not to be biased towards them, but the fact is, GOF and Eastern Europe is a map where they've never lost, not a single time. They use the same tactic. They take Feel So Mad, he goes into T44, drives into C point, captures it immediately, and simply sits there for the rest of the match. He's not been killed once. So what we've been debating yesterday with Sean was the only way that you can beat GOF is to play their own game. It's the same thing we've seen in Arcade. Their aggressive tactic can only be countered with an aggressive tactic.
Indeed. Now, GOF and Eastern Europe are sort of like Dynamite and Poland. We've seen this before. These teams definitely have their favorite maps. But guys, let me tell you something. If you haven't witnessed this stream so far and you are here to win something in the giveaways, it is very easy to do so. All you have to do is go to Warthunder.pro, go to the Streams tab and be logged in with your in-game account. You can pause the stream, you can go back to Twitch and watch the stream over there, or if you want to, you don't even have to watch the stream at all. You can just be logged in on the streams page. But this is all you have to do. And you can win one of the following amazing prizes. We are giving away Silverline boosters, research points, 3 days of premium account, 100 Golden Eagles, and one of the unique following vehicles. We have a premium B49 E7, an M24 Chevy with APCR runs and a special camo, a premium P51A Mustang with an awesome camo, by the way. That thing looks sexy. We have the Panther T5, which is a Russian premium version of the Panther, and is also nicknamed by the Twitch chat as the Panther Television. And finally, the Dumbo tank, RBT5, which is essentially just a BT5 Russian reserve tank with 2 massive rockets strapped right to the sides of the turret. That thing is glorious. It can kill mouses, by the way.
It's tiny and scary, that's what it is.
That's what she said.
Too early, Mike. Too early.
Alright, now as we are waiting for this to restart. I gotta say, these past couple of weeks have been absolutely amazing for me. I've been enjoying very much commentating of these matches here, and I gotta say, I've learned a lot, especially now whilst the E100 tournament is going on. Honestly, I can apply some of the tactics I've learned from these teams, watching these teams play, into the E100 tournament, and I'm doing very well there. It's actually amazing how easy you can win if you just do some special tactics.
Well, I tried it myself. The thing is, I and tanks just we don't go together. I'm a plain person, and I'll stick to what I know and where I'm good.
You know what they should add for you? They should add a bicycle tank.
I'd love that. I would love that. Or maybe that Russian tank that flies. That would kind of work. But again, we have
or maybe even, do you remember the April Fool's tank? The blow-up Sherman?
Yeah, I'd like that.
That was a four-man bicycle.
Basically.
Firing potatoes and carrots. Ah, good times, good times. But it seems like the map is loading in again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first match of today. GOF versus Fink. If you just tuned in, my name is Michael Boom, and I'm joined by the Orange Doom, which is confirmed to be Illuminati.
Confirmed. Illuminati. Triangle.
Eyes. Green. Orange. Orange PCs. Ah! So I'm telling you, it's all a conspiracy.
Now, what I'm wondering is, has Think changed the tactics a bit? It doesn't look like it. I mean, if they've watched any of the streams, if they've watched the teams play, then they know that the only way to counter GOF is to ensure that C is not captured.
Now, Fink Squadron do have 3 aircraft in the air. Interestingly, one of the BF-109s isn't even carrying rockets. He's in a pure fighter configuration. So what I'm guessing is that Fink Squadron is going to try and intercept Field Somat and Cyprus 1 before they get to C.
Oh my god, I think we're seeing a turnaround. Field Somat was not progressing. He stopped for at least 10 seconds there behind the house.
That's into 2. Oh, and Dart Alien takes out Truth Seeker. Very good rocket drop here. But Cicadus is hot on his tail. Actually, Cicadus? I've never seen that name before.
I think he was playing yesterday in the Tiger Green, I believe.
Oh, well.
Oh, we know weird names. We're always good with it.
Oh, trust me, in real life, if you tell me your name and I just met you, after 5 minutes, it's guaranteed. I don't remember it.
I always confuse you and Sean, you know, it's... Just, let's keep names out of it. Can somebody introduce numbers again, like the clones did?
Oh, that would be even worse. Now,
Cicadus got blown down by Chos.
Yes, but GOF did make it to the C flag. The air offense of Fink Squadron did not halt the offense from GOF. Claire just waited too long, and now GOF is taking the C flag. It's now all down to Dirt Trouble to get a flank going on and take these guys out of the C flag. But whilst Fink do not have the advantage in terms of caps, look at the scoreboard. GOF is already down 5 respawns. Fink only has lost 1 respawn so far, so...
Oh, I mean, look at the position. Best Panicky flanked C point. Feel Somat died.
Oh!
Feel Somat, the player who I stated, never died. He never died. Whenever he was in C point, he was never eliminated. This is the first time I've seen it. This is Think using a different tactic, and it might just work for them.
This is Fink thinking outside of the box. We might just see a historical event here. GOF has never lost on Eastern Europe before. Might this be the first time they're dislodged from the map? I mean, look at Cyprus 1 here. He's in trouble. Dirt Trouble is behind him. Ubujika's on the left side. Best Panic is in the front. He's kind of in the Triforce's death here. Oh, and he just got shot in the back of the turret. Cyprus 1 is down. The C flag is now open for Fink Squadron to take.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone is back, and he's bringing steel gifts, as Sean would say. It's Zerba with his giveaways. So make sure that you're logged into Warthunder.pro and be watching the stream from there. You can still use the chat from Twitch and another tab. Just make sure you're logged in there with your Warthunder account and check your in-game account. You might have won something nasty, small, a Dumbo tank perhaps.
Honestly, Orange, these players are very good. These esports teams are amazing, but the real MVP here is really Zerba Claus. By the way, if you missed the streamer where he got the nickname of Zerba Claus, it was on the 29th. This guy just went crazy with the giveaways, like 2 giveaways per round, per game. It was amazing.
It was insane. We couldn't commentate. We were simply just too busy saying giveaways, giveaways. You get a giveaway. You all get a giveaway.
You know, Zorba is the Oprah Winfrey of Gaijin. You get a giveaway! You get a giveaway! Everybody gets a giveaway! Now how's the situation looking on the ground, Orange?
Well, it's not looking good for GOF. They have a counter-offensive coming up, but Dorthunder holding the flanks. We've got Bespaniki holding the flanks. I mean, Sikaris into Tigery, like, flanking about as wide as you can without reaching the end of the map border, but they're too scattered around. This is their map, their turf, and they just seem to can't get the advantage back together.
And you know what I'm really impressed with? In all this time, Fink has only lost one respawn. Not only do they have the map dominance, they haven't even gone for A yet. There isn't even a ticker bleed going on. They're just completely ignoring A.
All the GOS members are now, you know, one kill from being eliminated completely.
Indeed, very soon we might see the start of a domino effect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what the domino effect is, it's basically like this. Now, each team can have a maximum of 7 players, but you need every single one of those players if you want to effectively cover a map. If it so happens that you lose players due to them not being able to respawn anymore, you start getting in trouble, not being able to cover certain lanes, and that puts the remaining tanks of your team in risk, which means you're going to lose even more tanks. I say this over and over again, the more tanks you lose, the more tanks you're going to lose. And this is definitely true so far. And there we go, GOF has just lost Scrappy Rock. Scrappy Rock is now out of this game. GOF is down 1 tank. And
Truthseeker has just been set on fire by Best Panicky twice there. One more and he's out of fire extinguishers.
Oh, Sivers 1 has also been taken out. Truthseeker is still on fire and Truthseeker's out. Truthseeker's out as well. In the space of 1 minute, GOF has lost 3 tanks. This is not looking good for GOF here.
Nope, 6 minutes into the match and they're down to 3 players.
And finally, 6 minutes into the match and with half of GOF down.
Oh, there comes Dartarn.
Takes the A flag.
Yep, Sikaris is down as well. It's
GOF
over.
now down to 3 players. Orange, I think this is over. This is a historical win. For the first time in Thunder League, GOF loses on Eastern Europe.
And they just fell apart. As soon as Feel So Mad didn't get to capture point on C, all their tactics just fell apart. There was nothing they could have done. They weren't prepared for it.
It's over. It is over. There's nothing they can do now.
Yep, Den's been just eliminated. Feel So Mad is being straight from above. Best Panic has got a start shot in.
I gotta be honest though, this is kind of sad to watch.
It is. It's a team on their favorite map and they're not just getting defeated, they're getting slaughtered.
They are. The thing is, GOF is a very good team. We've seen them before. Hell, they beat Arcade with aircraft, and GOF is a tanker team.
They took out 5 planes. 5 planes! Me and Sean were looking at this, and we couldn't believe our eyes. You know, Arcade goes crazy, taking 4 planes out at the beginning of the match, and then there comes GOF. First match on Poland, 5 aircraft. And they won. We couldn't believe it. I think... Was it like 50 or 100 tickets? The referees didn't know what happened. We had to go back and check the replays.
Yeah.
Everybody was so intense because it was 15 minutes of just complete combat. Constant action.
Amazing. But honestly, my personal trophy for most entertaining matches still go to Dislike. Those guys just know how to make a show. And we are going to see them today. Yes, indeed. The next match actually is going to be Dynamite versus Dislike, and I'm very, very, very anxious to see that one coming up. Dislike Dynamite. Dynamite is not a... They are a good team, but they're not exactly the top of the leaderboard, so to speak.
Well, they're sharing the same spot at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
They are, really.
Yep. Dislike 6 games 5-1. Dynamite 6 games.
Oh, they are indeed.
Same amount of points. Still anyone's game there.
Never mind me. Dynamite, the crazy Pollux did actually completely shut me up there. But yes, Dislike and Dynamite have exactly the same score. Same games, same victories, same losses, same points. So it's actually going to be a battle between these 2 guys to see who gets into the top 3.
Now Think is the one that's big in the map here, and this is giving them a huge advantage. Now, I do hope they don't pick Poland again, because Think, their favorite turf seems to be Poland, and so far, I don't think they've won any matches on Poland where they've actually chose the map.
That is true, that is true. Think Squadron, they like to think outside of the box, but they are kind of limited to a certain tactics. They can use different kinds of tactics, but at the same time...
That's an interesting choice, though. Jungle?
Jungle of all maps.
That's weird.
Okay, hold on. Let me put this clear. Jungle is the most chaotic map in this Thunder League. I can't really see any tactics on that map. At least on Eastern Europe, we can see the main winning tactics. Same on Normandy, same on Poland. On Jungle, it's kind of just a free-for-all, to be honest. The maps are just kind of weirdly placed. And Fink Squadron, which is the most tactical team in Thunder League, goes for the most chaotic and tactic-less map in the game? What? Orange,
I don't know.
pitch me. Am I dreaming?
Maybe they're playing with their foot again. I mean, I honestly don't know.
That is risky though. That is risky. I would not play with GOF. GOF is a very, very strong team. They've beat Arcade. Okay, given. Fink did also beat Arcade, but
that was it was so close.
Fink had a much harder time beating Arcade than GOF did.
Yep. GOF basically mopped the floor with Arcade. But that's the joy of these tournaments. You know, you expect kind of a balanced matches where one team that dominates is going to dominate always, and then it all turns around. You know, the match between two of the biggest teams and one completely clubs, or a match between a team that looks like they're on the bottom of the leaderboard and they come back. Anything's possible.
Indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have just tuned in, welcome to Thunder League, day 14. This match is between GOF and Fink Squadron. Fink Squadron is at the moment leading 1-0 against GOF. Yes, the stream has just started. No, you're still not too late to enter in the giveaways. Now, if you want to enter in the giveaways, all you have to do is go to Warthunder.pro, click on the Streams tab and log in with your in-game account. And then just keep the tab open. That's all. You don't even have to watch the stream over there. You can go back to Twitch, have the chat open, but you have to keep the tab open. And you can win one of the following very, very nice prizes. We are giving away RBT5s, Panther T5s, P51A Mustangs, M24 Chevys, B49 E7s, Golden Eagles, free Dazzle Premium account, research points, and Silver Line boosters. Now, you can increase your chances by buying yourself a dog tag. A dog tag is going to give you a 1.5x multiplier on your chances to win. But not only that, everyone who's bought a dog tag so far already has access to new profile avatars, titles, and decals. They also have access to the E100 tournament, which is going on right now. They will also get access to a 100% research points boosters for the entirety of the Season 1 playoffs. That's a lot of XP, damn. And just yesterday, we also unlocked the all-new free-for-all game mode, deathmatch, tournament, whatever you want to call it. Basically, if you are always complaining that your team sucks and you're the best player around, now's the chance for you to prove yourself. Now, the next milestone is going to be at $40,000, and I know a lot of people want this milestone.
I would love to have it. I mean, you know, I love. Here's the thing. You're talking about Chase the YouTuber before, you know, and it's one of the things that gets many YouTubers annoyed about the game when people target you, you know, single you out. But the fact is, if you can bait, you can basically eliminate the whole enemy team simply by baiting for your teammates. And having 3 orange smokes coming from your aircraft, I mean, I'm sure people are gonna go for me. So I'd love to have that.
Hold on. Orange, 3. Orange is Illuminati confirmed! Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are on Jungle. A very nice map this time of year. You have a nice little beast where flying sea whales like the PBY Catalina and little crabs like the M22 Locusts feast on dead whales. Little throwback to Squire's nature documentaries there.
Now, when is he doing the next one, honestly? I've been missing that.
I don't know. The guy's been very busy.
Oh, he is one of the busiest men ever. And when he comes online, it's 3 AM, so thanks, Squire. I'm totally not asleep at that time. I think the man must be living in a different time zone.
Well, he did make YouTube's job just lately. He's actually taking a break from his studies to focus on YouTube full time. But we are not here to hear about Squire. We are here to hear about the Thunder League. And as I said, Jungle is a very complicated map. You have 3 maps which are kind of in a triangle position, and it's kind of green. There's a conspiracy everywhere. Jesus. Why? Anyways.
Oh, look at Chop Shorter getting Den to overshoot, but yeah, it's not going to be enough there. GOF has went out full with 4 planes, and Fink has lost the answer priority.
This might actually be the turnaround. This might be the payback for the last match.
It could be, but remember, GOF is a team that has so far only performed well on Eastern Europe. And now they've lost on Eastern Europe, and now they're on Jungle, the most chaotic map in the game, against one of the better teams from the Thunder League.
True, but as I said before, Fink is a very tactical squadron, and if they can't apply tactics, which pretty much this map is just chaos, then that might give GOF the advantage to actually take this win.
Unless they're the Joker, in that case they might still win it.
Oh, now Fieldsomate is in the completely wrong tank to take this A flag. That's the thing about Russian tanks, Soviet tanks. They are very good all around, they're very mobile, have decent armor, a very good gun. But the problem is, their gun depression is absolutely awful. If you are forced to fight against a hill, you're just screwed. Don't even try. You're never going to get your gun on target before the enemy takes you out.
Now, you know what makes Russian gun depression a bit less depressing? Santa Claus bringing gifts.
Santa Claus is at it again. We have another round of giveaways coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to be logged into Warthunder.pro and be on the stream tab if you want. If you don't want to miss out your chance of winning in the giveaway. And the names are just about scrolling in. Orange, in the past 13 days I've always wanted to see my name down there and I've only seen it once.
Me too.
Let's make a collective prayer. Oh, almighty Kaijilla. We have sacrificed a lot of cabbage to you yesterday. Lot of cabbages, lot of tiny...
I like cabbage.
Nobody likes cabbage. What are you? Martian? Maybe.
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut, yeah?
Oh, come on, there's somebody called X the Orange X. For the love of God, stop teasing me.
Sorry, Orange. No tanks for you.
Now, Filsomat is now decapping Alpha, but Think has gone for Charlie, and there's no tank, well, in miles, to protect against Cleric, who's now capping.
Now, Filsomat is going for the A flag, but he's in kind of a bad position. He has Dirtop in the front, and Nubujik is coming from behind to tickle him in the back of his turret.
Yep.
Now, Filsomat can't really go away from me. He's trying to get into the depression here and trying to get under the gun from Dirtop, but at the same time, he's now getting out of the cap zone, which means Ubujik is in the cap zone and is now going for the triple cap. Look at the points. GOF is running out of points here.
This might be a really quick match. I mean, Dirtop came from behind, basically forced Filsomat to get out of the cap circle. Ubit is now having a triple cap to go with, and GOF has just been reduced to their spawn.
Oh, nice shot! Nice shot into the turret cheek. That was beautiful.
You know what the problem is? GOF rolled out 4 planes. And when the planes are back in the airfield, rearming, there's tanks missing on the battlefield. And Think used that advantage. They immediately went from that, oh no, we've lost air superiority, and jump into tanks, cap everything you can, and let's get the tickers down.
Indeed, the thing you have always to remember is, if you don't have enough tanks, you shouldn't be too aggressive, because it's going to be very easy for you to lose those tanks. Now, if you have the air superiority, of course, you can talk with your teammates and try to get some coordinated airstrikes going in. But if they are reloading, they are pretty much just as good as dead to your team, at least for that 2-minute period.
Now, Cleric here is in a bad position. I mean, he has Cicadis above him, but again, Russian gun depression means that Cicadis can't get the shells on target, and as long as Cleric is in the cap circle, nobody can decap it, and tickets are slowly but surely running out.
Indeed, the only chance for Cicadis to actually take out Cleric here would be to get a artillery strike going in, or get a bomb drop from Siberian Man in the BF-109G in. Oh, but Cicadis coming from behind, Cleric is facing behind. He's doing it very well though. Look at the tactics that Cleric is employing here. He's side-scraping. He is side-scraping. This is very, very, very good. He's now only exposing his upper frontal hull, which is very angled, very thick. Cicadis is not going to penetrate that.
Now, if Filsomat is coming from behind, that's going to be the main problem, but, I mean, the longer Cleric stays alive, the more targets, the more tickets Think is going to drain.
Indeed,
and there's not much time left on the clock.
Indeed, and the thing is, if Filsomat wants to get behind Cleric, he will have to cross this open field, which is going to expose his side to Kopschrotter and T-44 on the hill over there. Which means Cleric is actually relatively safe here. Think is playing as a team.
Siberian just shot down, I mean, destroyed Dortraber, but he was shot down by
Filsomat is
Chops.
advancing. Cleric, look behind you! Oh, Cleric got taken out. Unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. GOF is now taking the C flag, but they are still down on the ticket bleed. All they could do now is, well, A is just out of the question. There's just too many think tanks on A.
No, they need to rush B.
They need to rush B, but is there enough time? That's the question.
Cicadis is now trying to cross, but the problem is that river is going to slow him down massively, and by the time he reaches B, they're going to be down to 100 tickets if there's going to be 8 tickets left.
I don't think they will make it in time. I think Cicadas noticed this as well. They are never going to make it in time into the B cap.
And there's no way to eliminate all the enemy players as well, so...
There would be technically, Fink is already down 1 player and pretty much all of the respawns, but at the same time, he's already down 2 players. 3 players.
Cyber's 1 was the last chance here. If he was able to take down Ubuita, decap Alpha, that could have been a chance, but no, now it's over. 74 tickets, 35. Thing just simply drained the tickets out when they were missing the aircraft.
Takes a second win. No, Orange, I gotta love your squadron here because they employ different tactics. They can play very well both in the cap game as well as in the elimination game. Look at Ubujike,
Yeah.
he by himself has taken out 1.5 players.
They know
3 kills.
They immediately know how to adapt the tactics if things don't go right. You know, GOF in the first game we watched on Eastern Europe, as soon as they couldn't get the Charlie cap in, they just didn't have a tactic. They didn't have a B plan. You know, for them on Eastern Europe is always, you know, hey, Phil Samad goes into Charlie, he caps in, that's it, we win the match. But what if that doesn't happen? They don't have a B plan. Think they lost the planes. So what? Roll the tanks out. Let's make a triple cap.
Now the next map is going to be chosen by GOF, and GOF have to choose very, very, very wisely because this is their last chance.
Yep.
If
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see Eastern Europe again. But then again, they need to have a B plan. If they don't have that, think using the same tactic to win.
Now the reason Fink won on that map was that they just rushed, didn't even care for cap points. They just rushed C, denied GF the C flag, and had some air superiority going on at the same time. GF can actually counter that. GF can counter that if they employ anti-air vehicles. Anti-air vehicles, maybe some aircraft, but the thing is, I think that Fink has better pilots. But if they employ enough anti-air vehicles, they might be able to stop that from happening. But at the same time, Fink might be predicting that. Fink might be predicting you have taken out anti-air vehicles, which is going to make Fink take on more tanks.
I think one of the tactics that GOF could use is flank, but I mean efficient flanking. If one goes for B, which is their native spawn, or for A, depending on which side they're going to be starting, and then rushes around, like 3 players go flanking, they could have a chance. But I have a feeling that they're going to go and just use the same tactic they've used so far. But Truth Seeker and Phil Samad need to get into cap circle.
But if they can do that, we've seen this before. GF is, they can hold a capture point. They definitely can hold a capture point. We've seen it before. 2 tanks held off an entire enemy team of 5 tanks on the C flag. If they can do that, they might win this battle. But even if they win this battle, they still have to win the next 2. Fink only has to win 1.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, the tension is on them. In a 0-0 situation or a 0-1, the morale is still high, but when you have to win 3 matches in a row in order to get the final win, that's a lot of pressure.
Speaking of pressure, ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, welcome to Thunder League. Now, if you are here to win something in the giveaways, don't forget, all you have to do is go to Warthunder.pro and be logged in on the streams page. You can just keep the page in the background, you can pause the stream, you can go to Twitch, chat with the awesome people here, chat with us as well, but you have to keep that tab open. And you can win some amazing prizes. Now, I'm not going to list all of them, I'm just going to list my personal favorite, which is the RBT5. And now, I'm actually going to say this. I've said this since pretty much the beginning of Thunder League. If you win the RBT5, let us know in the chat so that I can hunt you down.
We're gonna find you. We're gonna steal that tank from you somehow. we'll try. Please, guys, you can give us something.
I just want that thing so bad. I mean, it's an RBT5 with big rockets. Who doesn't like big things? Come on.
No, I think we might see a change of tactics here. GOF is using the 4 aircraft and Feel So Mad, which is our lead Charlie capture, is taken out the T-34-85 rather than the T-44 he usually used. And here comes Adder Tartarus. Rockets off. Feel So Mad is out. Feel So Mad is out. I think Fink might just dominate another game.
Yeah, Orange. I think the first 30 seconds of this game have already spelled out the end of this game. Jeff, they did try to counter the air offense, but remember what I said before the stream started? Before this match started? Fink Squadron has the better pilots. What they should have done was take an anti-aircraft vehicle, but they didn't. They didn't take a single anti-aircraft vehicle, and now this is biting them in the behind. Just
After
like
losing
that.
2 matches, they went with a defensive. They should have gone a defensive tactic. Yet they chose the most offensive they could.
Yep.
I don't think it'll pay off.
I mean, I guess they tried to do the same thing they did against Arcade, but Arcade and Fink are 2 completely different teams. You can't employ the same tactics against both teams, and this is what's biting them right now. I mean, in the space of 1 minute, we are seeing the exact repeat of the first match. GF down 5 respawns, Fink only down 1.
Yep, Think is a defensive, aggressive, adaptive type squadron, whilst Arcade is purely offensive. And you know what else was offensive and aggressive? Our Zerba Claws, because we have another giveaway.
Zerba Claus has been let out of his cage and is just... Okay, I was going to say bad word there. Let's say pummeling that giveaway button. Yes, indeed, the names are now in the bottom of the screen. Check if your name is among the winners, and if you did win something, let us know what you did win. We are always monitoring the chat.
Yeah, I mean, Think right now down 1 player. Again, GOF down 5. It looks like a repetition of the first match. Think is using the same tactic. Cleric is in C point. Best Panic is flanking. And GOF is just all over the place. I mean, Scrappy this time with a bit of a wider flank, but he's just been set afire by Uber Eater. Cicada is flanking on the other side.
Oh, Scrappy did try to go for a good flank here, but in the T-34, not enough armor, mate. Not enough armor. You would have needed something with a little bit armor, something like the T-44 for that. But we are seeing a repeat of the first game. Fink Squadron, Best Paniki on the southern flank, Ubujika and Cleric on the sea flank. GF completely held down. We now have Dirt Chopper also crossing the river and just about to establish another flank on the other side of the river. And GF is down too many players. There's not too many players just yet, but they are down too many respawns.
I mean, Think, second game now, 3 players are holding off a single cap circle against the entire enemy team. That speaks for something. And I think that as much as GOF knows how to camp C point, I don't think they know how to break that camp. I think there's a tactic that might have just come back to bite them in the rear.
Now, Orange, I did notice that we are playing on the exact same sides, and what I've noticed so far on this map is the side that Fink Squadron spawns in is harder to get to the other side of the river, but it's easier to defend the C flag. Have you noticed this? If you spawn on this side,
I know GOF, I think maybe they played, let's say 5 matches, I'm guessing here, where they use this tactic, and only one of those matches where they were on the side they are right now. And it was much harder for them to keep C capture as the house on their side is significantly smaller.
Indeed, that's the thing here. This side of the map is just much easier to defend if you only have 2 tanks. If you only had 2 tanks on the other side, you wouldn't be able to defend it. It's all about lines of fire here.
Now here comes the plane again. We've got Eda Tartarus, Dot, Anyan, and Chops has just respawned in with the flying grocery store.
Now, this actually employ an anti-air vehicle now, which is very smart, but too late. Too little, too late. They should have done it right at the start of the match. At least 1 anti-aircraft vehicle.
Mike, do you see Cicadas?
Oh!
That is an inch. Oh! So close yet so far away.
Sadly, the stream did not watch that, but
basically Cicadas was outflanking to A point, and he was probably what 5 seconds away from reaching it, and he just got sniped by Uber. Unfortunate.
Dark Onion just being way too effective here. Chase out Scrappy Rock. GF is just falling apart now.
Yeah, I think he's now adding some insult. Look, they're capping A.
Yep.
GOF's out of tanks. 3 vehicles
GOF is down to 3 players. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid to say this. If you're a fan of GOF, I feel very sorry for you, but I think this is over. See what I did there? Hey! Fink Squadron is just too strong, mate. Too strong.
Not to worry again. You know, we're now the part of the tournament where the only wins and loss situations are going to be how many matches a squadron is going to have to play in the playoffs. So GOF, regardless of what the future results are going to be, is in the tournament 100% sure. The matches between, Cube and Akai Victory and Poltergeist, those are going to be a bit more nerve-wracking because those two teams, Cube and Poltergeist, are still, competing with each other. Who's going to stay and who's going to leave?
Indeed. Now, the next match is going to be Dynamite versus Dislike, and it's going to decide who gets into the top 3. Now, personally, I am rooting for Dislike. I really like the Dislike guys, but I'm going to try and stay unbiased because I also like Dynamite very much. Those crazy Polacks, they just know how to make a show on Poland. And the third match for today is going to be Cube versus Akai. Now, Akai Victory hasn't won a single battle so far, and I'm guessing they don't want to stay in the history books as the team who didn't win a single battle in the first season of Thunder League. So they are going to try their hardest to win this battle against Cube. Cube, on the other hand, has the pressure set on them. They lost yesterday, and now they have to win this next match if they even want to stand a chance of even staying in Thunder League. They have to win, and they have to hope that Poltergeist is going to lose their next matches so that they can stay in Thunder League and play in the playoffs. And just as this, GOF is out of tanks. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully enjoyed this first match between GOF and Fink Squadron. Now, let's go over the tactical view. I was really not expecting Fink Squadron to just completely dethrone the king of Eastern Europe.
Me neither. I mean, I was expecting, because we've seen two matches in Eastern Europe. So far, what I would have expected normally would be 2 wins for GOF. And then, the last match on Berlin is where, Fink would take it home. But we haven't seen that. Fink didn't choose Poland. They went with the jungle, a chaotic map, and it worked out for them. GOF, however, picking their favorite map, just couldn't get it over.
Indeed, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to win in the giveaways, because Zerba Klaus is just added again. Someone let him out of his cage. Sean! If you want to win in the giveaways, go to Warthunder.pro, watch the stream over there. We are going to take a quick break. Now, the next battle is going to be commentated by Orange Doom and Sean, which is going to take over and replace me for this next battle between Dynamite and Dislike. We are going to
Mike, what's happening? What's happening?
Zerba, what are you doing? Zerba!
Give some to us as well.
I wanted to have a break. I didn't want to have another giveaway.
I swear, there's another person that has orange in the name, and it's not me. I'm gonna be very furious next 2 matches.
Well, once we are there, I might as well say what you guys can win. You can win Silver Line boosters, research points, premier account days, 100 Golden Eagles, B490 E7s, M24 Chevys, P51A Mustangs, Panther televisions, and RBT5s. Okay, I need a break. Now, guys, I will stay in the chat with you and watch the stream myself. I'm actually going to be very interested in this next match. But I'm going to chat with you guys in the chat, so ask me your questions. Just chat with me, whatever you want to. I am here for your service. Michael's Boom, out. Stay tuned.